show how the web app works, first you will need to select a template on this side and fill up the form. And click generate certificate, and the certificate will be sent to your email. Let's just wait for it. Here, you can see it has been sent. So to show how the workflow works, first you would need a webhook. Then, so let's see if the webhook works. So click this listen for test events. Then I have prepared the data here in Postman, which would be sent. The necessary informations are the template ID, the template name, the template link, the name of the recipient, the email, the date, and certificate ID, the timestamp. And you can get the template ID here in this part. And let's just send it. As you can see, the workflow has started and has received the data. As you can see here. Then we would just need to an edit field to get all of those. So you can just drag it on this side. So the template ID is here, template name, the template link, the full name, the email, the date, the certificate ID, the times and the timestamp, and just execute it. And then after that, you would need to copy the template. So in this part, you would need to select the ID of the template. So drag that here. Then the name we would want to give it, in this case certificate dash the name of the recipient. And then if you want to copy it in the same folder, you can enable this. If not, in my case, I have created a folder, this folder, to group all the generated certificates. Then I would select that and execute this. You can see here the name of the certificate and the ID. Then after that, we would need to get the presentation. So we would need a Google Slides node, and then operation should be get, and then just pass the presentation ID, which we got from the Google Drive, this one, and execute it. As you can see here, we got the presentation. After that, we would need to replace the text, the placeholders. As you can see here, there's certificate type, name, and date. So you would need another Google Slide node, but the operation would be replace text. Then same as before, we would need to get the presentation ID here, and then the text we want to replace. So for the slide, name our ID and get the object ID of the slide here, so it knows which slide we want. Then for search for, we need to put the placeholder, and then the value we would want to replace it with. So in this case, the template name that was passed in the edit field. And then same case for the name, and then the date. We will run it. As you can see here, the text has been changed. And after that, we would need to download the file. So we would need to provide again the ID of the file, this one. And then, so for that part, I would want to convert my Google Slides into a PDF. So I would add an option, then Google File Conversion, then add conversion, convert Google Slides into PDF. And then I would want to change the file name. So for file name, I would name it what we put here, in what we gave here, what we made. So name, drag it and add the extension. After that, execute the node. And as you can see here, it can be downloaded. Lastly, we would need to send that to the recipient's email. So in creating this SMTP account, you would need, so for user, you would input your email, in this case, my email. For password, you would need to go to app passwords of your Google account and create a new app. In this case, auto cert, and create. Provide your password and then create. Just copy the password it will provide you. Then for host, it would be smtp.gmail.com. Then just hit save. And after that, so who would be the sender? In my case, it would be me. So I would enter my email, and then the recipient, which we got from our post request, this one. Here, then just drag the email here, and then the subject. In my case, I want it to be the name of the template. Then for the format, which would be the body of your email, in my case, I'll made it here is your certificate. Then since we will be sending an attachment, we need to add an option for attachment. Then the name of the attachment is what was downloaded here. So select it. The name is data. So put data. Then after executing it, I will be able to receive the email. So my personal email, and check it. I was able to receive the email here. And that is all. So for the explanation of the front end and testing purposes, my groupmate Naki will be the one to present it.
Now, moving on to the front end coding part. So as you can see, here we are in the sidebar component. The sidebar component controls the navigation and layout responsiveness using use effect and use state hooks. It sets up a window to resize if the user is accessing it via mobile phone, and then additionally it manages the visual theme by initializing state from local storage and applying the data theme attribute to the document root, ensuring the user's dark mode preference across the session. So here. Then moving on to the generate certificate pages. This component acts as a bridge from the front end with Google Drive and automation services. It also uses use state and use effect to inject the Google API client, authenticating via API key to fetch the slides templates using a specific drive query filtered by folder ID and MIME type. When the user submits the form, handle generate certificate function, post a request to an n8n webhook, uploading the heavy PDF generation process to the backend while keeping the UI responsive. Then moving on to the testing part. Here we use Postman to test our system, and to do that you need to get the URL or the webhook URL, because we didn't use the backend. Instead, we use the webhook to send data to the front end, and then it will automatically generate what the user inputs. For example, in the normal name here, Zane Benedict, I created some scripts that will test its functionality. So when we click send, the test results were all passed. Same with the long name. Here, as you can see, there is a very long name on there. So the system should also pass this because our system will handle long names easily without crashing. Let's look at the test results. Here, it says that performance and the server handled the long text within limit. And then special characters also we included the testing because some users have special characters in their names. So let's test it out. Here it's also passed. Then the short name. Some users have short names unlike long names. So we made sure that the system also receives them. Here also success. Then if the user inputs long text, so let's check the payload here, all caps and also numbers on their name if ever. So the system should also handle that and make it as a valid name for the certificate. Test results is also correct. Here in the missing email, missing name, as you can see here, there is no name. So I think it should fail, but also proceed since if the user didn't input a name on his certificate, the system will handle it since we're using Postman. But in our front end, let's try it out. Here we also just put email, so no name, we don't put anything here. The front end doesn't the input fields doesn't allow if the user doesn't put his full name here or the name of the recipient. So I think the result of this is failed. There, the server rejected the request because the user didn't input a name. So the system still works as it returned 200 OK. And lastly, the invalid email. Here, so here, for example, I can use fake email, so or not an email, for example, in the email. So example is admin.com. So as you can see, that is not a fake email. So the system, the response here should be failed since it's not an email. So there, let's check. Test results was failed. And if we used the right email, or for example a real email that has @gmail.com or extension, so example is admin@gmail.com. So there is @gmail.com, so it validates or it detects as an email address. So this test should run as a success. Here, valid email since it was validated. It has an extension of at gmail.com, so it detects as an email address. So I think that's it, guys. Thank you.